I don't know a damn thing about Javier Milei. Milei, however you say his name, Milei. Javier Milei is the new president in Argentina. This dude he looks to me like Liberace had a love child with Elvis. From some angles, he's sort of got, yeah, he's like the evil Santa Claus version of Liberace there. I love the stuff that he says, though. It's pretty radical. It's pretty wild. He doesn't mince words. He says, these leftists, you got to beat the hell out of them because they're coming to kill us. They'll end all of us. And if you look at where we've been with cancel culture and trying to just come at people, listen, our very own Sarah Gonzalez with the News and Why It Matters. Sarah Gonzalez has been under attack because she was talking about the crazy antics of the woman in Congress over there. She called her a hood rat on the News and Why It Matters, and they all came after her saying this racist piece of shit. And I was like, well, Sarah Gonzalez isn't a racist. None of us are. But it's funny because you can't even use words to describe your activities without saying, oh, they're a racist. Well, then don't act like a hood rat. I mean, it's real simple. Don't act like you ain't got any damn sense, and you won't get called out on that. And so anyway, they've been going after Sarah, the death threat she's gotten and stuff. I asked her last night how she was doing with all that. She said, I think it's hilarious. And some of the stuff that's out there is pretty damn funny. But anyway, Milei, however you say his name, you guys will correct me because it's the internet and that's what you're here to do. He has had play clip number 8 real quick. Let's just check this guy out for a minute. Play clip number 8. And here he is out there. He's the people love him. I mean, this has been Argentina's very left leaning in terms of their policy. They've driven themselves into poverty. This is a very large country. You know, he brings, and again, if Joe Biden were hugging on a kid like this, I'd have some concerns. I don't know who this kid is, but this kid's pretty emotionally. This kid's holding on to a lot of baggage here. And the new president's kind of hugging it out with him. He's so thankful, which is weird. I see this stuff for these other countries, and I'm like, is this scripted? What's the deal? Now he's going to sign him. I would give Joe Biden a hard time for this, the same as anybody would give Donald Trump a hard time for this. But it seems it to be what it is. These people are damn excited to have a new president. Play clip number 9. Here's Javier Milei.
Hola, soy Javier Milei, el libertario, y este es un saludo para todos los que nos siguieron hoy en el programa de Viviana y para todos aquellos que me acompañan en dar la lucha contra los colectivistas hijos de recontrarremil puta que nos quieren cagar la vida. Así que les mando un abrazo grande.
Want to screw up our lives. He said, long live freedom, damn it. I like this guy. He's pretty radical, pretty wild. Doesn't mince any words. So there you go. We'll see how it's funny to me, and I'll just give you this commentary. We can talk about more about it, but we'll go to a break. It's always funny to me the way they implement these extreme progressive left-leaning policies. The policies take the people and their country to just absolute crap. Just turn it into a cesspool. People are drowning in poverty. They're drowning in debt. They're drowning in filth. And then the pendulum swings and you end up with someone that's a right-leaning conservative. Now, this guy seems to be pretty radically out there in terms of his outspokenness. We'll see. I've seen some memes out there. I've seen some reports about his past and things like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about it other than this is the way culturally, historically, the pendulum swings. When people can't take it anymore, it swings back to conservatism. It's free. It swings back to free market. It swings back to capitalism. It swings back to independent liberty, governing yourself. It swings back to those things because you can't build a society on progressive radicalism. You can't build a society on identity politics. You can't build a society on your feelings. None of that stuff works. It ends. Look at the streets of Chicago. Look at New York with the migrant crisis. Look at California with the taxation. They just released a graph of the freest states in America. The one ranked number 1, the freest state in America was New Hampshire. As a point of comparison, Texas was 17. South Dakota, which is where I'm going to go whenever you stop hearing from me and I disappear from the planet, I'll be in the Black Hills. I'll be up there living with the Lakota if they'll have me. We'll see. You'll see me protesting on the side of the road with them. That was number 2, South Dakota. New York was ranked 50th, the least free in America. California was like 47th, 48th. I don't remember, but it was something like that. Hawaii was like, 48th, something like that. These progressively liberal countries, or I should say states and countries that are out there run this way, guys, it never works. It never works. Look at Atlanta. Look at Baltimore. Pick any major city. Look at San Francisco. When you run things off of progressive politics, it makes everybody feel so good to just throw your arms open and be accepting of every single thing the river drags downstream. But guys, at some point in time, you got to tell the truth. And the truth sounds mean. And the truth sounds exclusive. And the truth sounds like it excludes other people. No, listen, I'm telling you, if you want to build your life, you want to build your government, you want to build your city, state, and your country, you want to build those things and do it correctly, there's got to be rules, there's got to be discipline, there's got to be parameters. That is, in essence, what conservatism brings in. Argentina has now felt the dregs of progressivism. Now they're swinging back the other way. They've embraced Javier Milei, and we'll see what happens. Just see what happens. I'm telling you, if Donald Trump gets reelected in 2024, if a Republican president, specifically Donald Trump, gets elected in 2024, if he's back in as president, I want you to watch immediately what happens to things like gas prices and grocery prices and the inflation issue. Watch what happens with the stock market. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. I'm not going to dig real deep into your little minutia and your micro views of the economy and all those kind of things. I'm just telling you, it's going to happen. Will there be other consequences? Yes, some of them positive, some of them negative. But I'm telling you, when conservatism comes back in, rules of engagement and discipline is put back in place, society thrives. It does a whole lot better because people have the freedom to govern themselves. All right.